Welcome to Blind City. I had to lose my sight to find my vision.
Are you blind? Are you blind? Open your eyes. They lying every time, so I don't trust men, only trust God. I had to lose my sight before I could see the light.
Welcome to Blind City. See, Blind City is a condition. Crime, racism, and poverty. We have to put the word neighbor back into hood. I had over 31 surgeries and lost my sight and fight to glaucoma. I tried killing myself 3 times in one day, and I was unsuccessful. And then I heard a voice tell me, use your weakness as a strength to inspire and create awareness through Blind City, the podcast. I will address the issues that are plaguing our society, like poor education, that are turning our broken neighborhoods into the breeding grounds for prisons, bootleg preachers, crooked politicians that have my people dancing like strippers in the community. Let's talk about it, or we can flip tables like Jesus. Welcome to Blind City. This is Blind City, the podcast. I'm your host, Langford Cunningham, along with Dr. Porter. We are the therapy for these streets. And like I said before, the most dangerous man in the world is a blind man with a handgun. Blind City, the podcast. We are the therapy for these streets. I'm your host, Langford Cunningham. I had to lose my sight to find my vision. The triple OG, Mr. Sims. How you feeling?
I feel good, LG. How you doing today?
Oh, man, blessing. Blind, using my disability as a strength.
Solid.
Let's talk about strength. We got a powerful show.
Absolutely.
A powerful show. 2 powerful sisters. We have Dr. J, not the basketball player for the Philadelphia 76ers. We got Dr. J out of the ATL, the boss, the owner of the Hype Magazine and Hype Magazine Network, Mr. Sam.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. She's coming to the show.
Our second guest rolling up to the city, coming out of St. Louis, my city.
All right.
The mayor, first African-American woman, Tishaura Superfine Jones.
Whoa, that's an introduction I can't wait to see.
That's what I'm talking about. I feel like nature boy Ric Flair. Woo, woo. Incredible. Impeccable. Blind City, the podcast. Let's talk about it, man. Mr. Sims, you know, anytime you seek success or get on the road to success, you come across a lot of obstacles.
Absolutely.
You come across a lot of haters.
Oh, yes.
Let me tell the people that are out there dreaming and actually active and trying to complete their goals in everyday life.
Listen, people.
Don't let the BS fool you. The people that hate, they the ones that can't be successful. So they don't want to see you succeed.
Right.
So you got to keep moving forward. You know how many people told me, Langford, you won't make it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got no more fingers.
How many people say, Langford, Blind City won't make it?
Same way. I ain't got enough fingers to count it.
Well, we making it.
Absolutely.
By hustle, grind, hard work. Like Dr. J of the Hype Magazine and the super fine mayor, Tishaura Jones.
That is one I can't wait to see.
We're going to talk to Miss Jones, find out what's going on in the city. I know what's going on. We got the governor hating, talking about the mask. They can't even agree if people should wear the mask or not. They confusing the people. Now the people are arguing with each other.
Absolutely.
The Hatfield and the McCoys.
Oh, crosstown robberies.
It's ridiculous out here. And we pay these politicians. We got to get them out.
Yes.
We got to get them out. If they can't agree on one accord, they got to go.
Go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I hear it. Uh-oh. Here we go. That's my song. Mr. Sims, Ray Charles.
Uh-oh.
Holy Dust, play it. Hit the road, Jack. Don't come back no more, no more, no more.
It's all over.
If you can't help save lives in our community, people wear the damn mask.
Absolutely.
Black people, stop it. Stop it. You eat McDonald's every damn day. You don't know what they put on the French fries. You don't know what they put on the Big Macs. Leave a Big Mac on the kitchen table for 24 hours and come back, you don't see worms coming out of it.
Oh.
So don't tell me about no damn shot. You eat Burger King. Got your kids eating Burger King. Smoking weed with all the chemicals in it. Get the hell out of here. Go get the damn shot. Get the damn shot. You put everything else in your damn system. Percocets. Ecstasy. Go get the damn shot. If all that junk food and drugs didn't kill you, the shot won't do it. Blind City, the podcast. We come with the realness, Mr. Sims, Triple OG.
Yes, we do. Shoot from the hip, baby. From the hip.
Straight from the hip, like Jesse James out of Missouri, Merrimack Caverns. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we're going to be right back with Dr. J from the Hype Magazine and Tishaura Jones.
Ooh.
Two powerful women. Didn't let nobody stop them, not even the haters. That's what I'm talking about.
They on the move.
Blind City, the podcast. We be right back.
The views expressed on Blind City are to inspire and motivate people who are struggling through the dark times and searching for the true light.
Are you blind? Are you blind? Open your eyes. They lying every time, so I don't trust men, only trust God. I had to lose my sight before I could see the light.
This is Blind City, the podcast, with your host, Langford Cunningham.
Blind City, the podcast. We're back from the hood to the suburbs. We are the therapy for the streets. And I have a special guest just rolled up to the city from the ATL. And it's an honor to have her in my presence. She's the owner, the boss of the Hype Magazine. Dr. J, how you doing?
I don't know how I feel about this introduction. I'm excited. I thought I was on a sports move. I was coming out to the basketball court. I was ready.
Right. And not the Dr. J that play basketball, but Dr. J that's taking over the ATL. Yes. Glad to have you on the show. Thank you for your time. Let's get right to it. You came out of Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
What part of Indiana?
I'm from Muncie, Indiana originally, but I lived in Indianapolis most of my life.
Okay, so let's let the people know, how did the Hype Magazine start with you?
Man, it started very small. It started off as a newsletter, flyers, promotions, brand building. Kicked off our first actual print issue in 2003. And we went to newsstands in 2013. So it was definitely a road for us, just really knocking out the branding for the first couple of years of being in business. So it's been about the grind.
So where did you really start seeing your dream coming into progress with Hype Magazine? When did you notice, like, hey, I got something here?
Now. Now I'm a computer nut. I'm very humble. I'm laid back. I'm always in my house shoes. If I got my house shoes on now, I'm just laid back. So going out after COVID, the last couple of years, and people's perception on how they actually perceive me, run up to me, I want your autograph. It's like, oh, okay, well, hi. You know, I've been reading your magazine since I was young. I still have this issue, and I remember you covered my first story. So everybody's so excited about it. So I think now it's really starting to impact me more than ever, you know, how big the brand has gotten.
Well, you'll be seeing me real soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
We're trying to get on that promo tour. Right. right?
Mm-hmm.
And promote and create this awareness on this human trafficking and these issues that we are dealing with in our communities. And right now, I know the violence in the ATL is kind of out of control too. Yeah, it's been a
The
lot
violence is out of control everywhere.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's true. But for Atlanta, though, it's been kind of different in the last 6-7 years. They never seen it like this before.
Yeah.
So, and then
people are angry.
Yeah. So thank you for rolling up to the city, coming live from the ATL. I was hoping that industry night will be there when I get there. So I don't know. I let you decide. You the woman with the power.
It happen. We might have to make it a release party for you, bringing you into the city. We'll make something happen.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you for rolling up to the city.
Thank you.
Dr. J, Blind City, the podcast. We'll be right back after these messages.
Langford Cunningham is really an inspiration.
Mr. Langford Cunningham.
Blind City, the podcast. It's headed up by a guy named Langford Cunningham. He had to lose his sight to find his vision.
Welcome to Blind City, the podcast. I'm your host, Langford Cunningham. We are the therapy for these streets.
Everybody got their ops, everybody got their enemies, but for real, now you don't even got to worry about your enemy. It be, the closest motherfuckers around you.
No, this is real. We getting shot by police. We getting stereotyped.
We didn't get a proper investigation. Well, definitely, I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
Your car got shot up, right?
Yeah, he dropped the bullet.
Yeah, you from the hood.
They just passed a law where you can give a kid a gun without the parent's permission.
Wait a minute, they can do what? We got people in power that's not really for the people. They think the people work for them. You work for the people.
We got to talk about the disparities in our community.
Check out Blind City, the podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel or go to blindcitythepodcast.com. Blind City, the podcast. I'm your host, Langford Cunningham. I had to lose my sight to find my vision. And I saw the vision for this lady right here. The mayor of St. Louis City. The beautiful, the super fun Tishaura Jones. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Man, I'm blessed and blind, using my disability as a strength. So let's get right into it. I know you don't have long. You had a long day. Matter of fact, you've been having a long couple of weeks. I've been listening to the news. And let's start with the mask. Getting our people to wear the mask in the community. I see Governor Parson. I call him a hater. Let's get right into it, Tishaura. Let's flip tables like Jesus.
All right.
They don't give a damn because this virus is killing more black people than anybody in our communities. But I don't like it because we telling people to save lives and then they coming back trying to mix it with freedom of speech, freedom of liberation. Can you talk to me?
Well, just like you're saying, the virus is killing black people disproportionately. Since May, 80% of new cases have been African Americans, yet we're only 23% of those who are vaccinated. And so it is really important that we increase our vaccination numbers because we have to take care of ourselves and take care of our families. The COVID-19 vaccine is not a cure, but it will make sure that, it will make sure that if you do catch COVID-19, then you will not get some of the debilitating side effects up to and including death. So the Delta variant has been spreading throughout our state like wildfire. It is more transmissible, even by people who are vaccinated. And so because of that, we had to reinstate the mask mandate in conjunction with consultation from the St. Louis Pandemic Task Force, which includes the leaders of our area hospitals and health center. This is not political. It's not about freedom or liberty. It's about saving lives. Facts.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you. Because I've been getting an attitude, like I say, I seek information. I listen to the news. I listen to different stories. What's the guy? You set him straight on the news. You said he's chasing clout for his followers. What's his name?
The Attorney General, Eric Schmidt.
Yeah, Eric Hader. Yeah, Attorney Eric Hader. Yeah, he had some discrepancies with Kim Gardner as well. So now I see he's picking on you as well. But you handle it very well, very professional. You're not cracking under pressure. keep standing your ground on that. But I just don't get it, Tishaura. You know, they wonder why kids don't vote sometimes when you see, you know, what's going on in this political game. You know, sometimes you start losing hope. You be like, you know, when you hear people coming out saying things against what you're trying to do for the community, it just leaves a funny feeling in your stomach. Like, you know, damn, is everybody against us?
Right. You know, and also I'm gonna let your listeners know that the Attorney General is running for U.S. Senate. So he's out here chasing clout and chasing headlines and trying to get as much what we call earned media or free media as possible to increase his name recognition and to sow seeds of discourse within his base. People are dying every day from this virus, and we don't have time for that.
Exactly.
And he's suing us. He's suing Kansas City now. It seems like every place in Missouri that puts up a new mask mandate, he then tries to sue them. So Greene County, where Springfield is, where the Delta variant is the epicenter, where it started, also just issued a mask mandate. And so I just recently called them out on Twitter and I said, are you going to sue them too?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Stand your ground. And I like it. Let's move on real quick. I don't want to hold you too long. I like what you did for the community with the kids in the community. Can you talk about that? $15 an hour, providing more jobs in the community for these kids.
Yes, absolutely. We are still hiring for summer positions. So if you know anybody who wants to be a lifeguard, a utility worker, or I think those are the two things that we're hiring for. Or seasonal positions within the city. We start pay at $15 an hour. And we're also using the money from the American Recovery Act to expand youth employment, to expand it to year round, because we realize that some families have children that need to work year round and not just during the summer. So we're trying to meet families where they are and understand their situations and offer activities for our young people to choose a different lifestyle and to earn money while doing it.
And what about this violence, Tishaura? I know you've been in for 100 days. I know you went to the prison when we was having the prison outburst. You and Corey Bush did a walkthrough and listened to people. And we're still dealing with this violence, though. Let's go right there for a minute in these streets. I know. Then you pass a budget for this violence, some money.
Yes, absolutely. So in this year's budget, we included money for victim support services, as well as reentry services for those who are getting out of prison, so we can try to keep them out of the criminal justice system. And the victim support systems, because again, we have to realize the trauma that happens in families that experience violence. And so addressing that directly can also stem the tide of future violence or retaliatory violence.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you mayor. You're making everybody feel like they are a part of this crisis. And the best way for us to figure this out, we all got to work together.
Amen.
And that's what you're providing. Real quick, the prisons, what happened with the riots and all that when you and Corey Bush went through, where is all that at right now? Did they get new locks on the cells? What's going on with that?
So every time that we replace locks, we have to take down two units of the CJC, which hold about 66 detainees. Currently, our census is down to a little over 500. So we do have enough space to hold all of our detainees in one jail. So we are actively working on replacing the locks. But every time we do that, every time we take down two units to change those locks, it takes about 6 months. But we're also talking about a problem that we inherited. The locks weren't just broken when I got in office. They've been broken for years.
Wow.
And we didn't do the necessary maintenance on this building to prevent this current situation from happening. So I'm taking upon myself to make sure that we fix things for good going forward.
Cleaning up the mess, huh, Tishaura?
Basically.
Cleaning up the mess. Well, one more. What is the president board of aldermen. What is he on? It's like he's always challenging you. What's going on with that, Tishaura?
Well, like my mama used to say, God bless his little heart. We are working on trying to spend the money that was allocated to us through the federal government with Joe Biden's American Recovery Act plan.
Correct.
And the president put some economic development dollars in that bill, and I don't disagree with that at all. However, it doesn't fall within Treasury guidelines. So we have to follow the rules that the federal government told us on how to spend this money. Yes, right. We can do economic development in North St. Louis, but we have to do it under the rules of the U.S. Treasury and of the federal government. And so all I'm asking him to do is just change the way it's worded. We're still going to spend the money in North St. Louis, but we have to change the way it's worded so it falls in line with Treasury guidelines. And he has said to the Post-Dispatch that he's not going to change one word. So there's no way that I can pass this when my attorneys have told me that it doesn't fall under the guidelines. And when your attorney tells you not to do something, you don't do it.
Facts. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't like it. And my personal feelings, you've been in office damn near 10, 12 years. I think you part of the reason why it looked like that. That's my personal opinion.
Preach.
I think they need to get them all out. They need to clean house, but that's up to the voters. That's why voting is important, Tishaura. No matter how frustrated you get, to get unfrustrated, get them out the office.
Your vote is your voice.
Exactly. Anything else you would like our listeners to know? Because, we got the streets, Tishaura. We got people from 18 to 55. And when they talk to me in the streets, they know I had an interview with you the first time. They enjoyed it. And I pretty much asked the questions they wanted me to ask you. Anything you want my listeners to know that you have coming up or what's coming in for 2022?
Well, again, what we're going to be focused on next is infrastructure and public safety. So look for our listening sessions and town halls on those two things. We're going to be focusing on infrastructure projects going forward, and also, again, public safety. So they can see that next coming from the office. But also, it's going to be our number one priority right now is getting shots in arms, keeping people in their homes, because the eviction moratorium is going to expire this Saturday. There will be no more extensions from the federal government or the CDC or even state or local government. And so we're trying to keep people in their homes with the resources we have from the previous what's called Emergency Rental Assistance Fund, and get shots in arms. So we're doing an executive order to spend some money that we already have to get more shots in arms, to do more mobile vaccination clinics, and then addressing the root causes of crime with our public safety plan.
That's right. And we're pushing that too for our listeners to go get the shots. And like I said, I told them if they eat McDonald's, they take ecstasy, they take Percocet, and all that chemical in the weed in the hood they smoke. If that don't kill you, these damn shots won't kill you.
You better preach.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's flip tables like Jesus, Tishaura. Well, let me say this. Okay, Tishaura, I'm about to let you go. I know you're about to get off work. You got a lot. Well, you might be in office. I mean, I don't know what time you even get home now. I guess you spend 8-9 hours in the office sometimes?
I'm in the office now. I was here till almost 9:00 last night because I had to do Rachel Maddow late at night last night.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. The passion you have for the people. That's what I'm talking about. What about the police? All these police quitting the jobs, Tishaura. What's going on with that?
Well, officers are quitting all over the nation. It's not just here.
Okay.
So I don't want people to think that, just because the mayor got in office that all of a sudden their officers leaving in droves.
Right. No, I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that. I think they were leaving because of the George Floyd. I think they scared to touch another Negro, and they're going to get penalized for it because now it's getting attention, and we finally showed you can get punished for this. And I'm still waiting for them to pass the George Floyd bill. They protect the Asians. The Asians got their bill fast. That Asian bill went like FedEx. We're still waiting for George Floyd.
Yeah, we're still waiting for reparations.
Oh, well, I think we're going to be waiting, Tishaura. I don't think we're going to see it in our lifetime.
Well, I hope so. Sheila Jackson Lee's bill on reparations is up for debate this year. It may pass the House, it may not. But okay. I also signed on with a coalition of mayors across the country for reparations. It's about 12 of us. We're led by Mayor Eric Garcetti out of Los Angeles. And if you look at the mayors that are a part of our coalition, they're Black, they're white, they're Latinx, they're a little bit of everything. So we realized that we had to have a multi-ethnic, multi-generational coalition of mayors calling for reparations. So we are, that's one of the things we're concentrating on.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Like I say, I can't see the TV, Tishaura, but I listen to it. I got all speakers through the house. All I do is talk to my remote control, channel 4, channel 2, YouTube, and I'll be waiting to hear you come on. And I'll be like, get him, Tishaura. Hit him with a 1-2 jab. There you go, Tishaura. I'll be cheering for you. I'm standing on the front lines with you. I'm in the foxhole with you, Tishaura. I got my helmet on. Better not say nothing about Tishaura Jones around Blind City.
Hey, I'll take it.
I thank you for coming on to the show, rolling up to the city. And like I said, if anything I can do, I know you're dealing with a lot, but anything you have for the youth in the streets, please reach out to me. Emily has our email. I would love to be there. If anything you have coming up next year, just keep Blind City in mind. I would love to come out and talk to the people and just spread this word and support what you're doing as well. And we're going on our promotional tour in October to Atlanta, Alabama, Indianapolis. And I'm also raising the issue with human trafficking. Do you know Berkeley, Missouri got over 400 Black girls missing?
Yes, I saw that story. That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm pushing that. That. I called the chief of police over there. I asked him to come on the show. He didn't show up. He told me the numbers were fabricated. I said, okay. But I'm still going to push it, Tishaura. We got to address these issues. So like I say, thank you for rolling up to the city. I know you got work to do. And I'll reach out to you next year. Hopefully I can come down and finally meet you if we get past this virus. I would love to sit down and come to your office and have an interview sometime next summer. Yeah.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be Blind City Podcast, go on the road. We're going to hit a couple college university, have some panel discussions, and I want to be able to come up to your office and talk with you.
You have an open invitation, my friend.
I thank you. And guess what, Tishaura, before I let you go?
What?
I don't walk with a cane or a dog, but I'm better looking than Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles.
Hey!
All right, Tishaura, thank you for rolling up to the city.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Blind City, the podcast. Check out Blind City, the podcast on the Hype Magazine Network. Also watch us on ABC 30, Sundays after midnight, or go to blindcitythepodcast.com.